Tom Wrigglesworth's Hang-Ups by Tom Wrigglesworth and James Kettle. Construction time again.
Hello, Sheffield 61977. Before you say anything, I'd just like to point out that everything here is completely normal.
Dad, it's me, Tom. What are you going on about?
Oh, no, nothing at all. Nothing untoward is going on, and we require no further assistance. We're in complete control of the situation. Not that there is a situation, but if there was one, we'd be in control of it, and there isn't.
Right. Is now a good time, or should I ring back later? You know, when the meds have kicked in.
We're at T-30. I've officially raised the domestic threat warning from amber to red.
You're going to have to give me a clue, Dad. I've got no idea what you're talking about. Is it a book? A film?
Tom, in 30 minutes' time, the council are coming round.
What, all of them?
Tom, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I can't bear it when you try to be funny. And I very much doubt that I'm alone in that. A representative from Sheffield City Council is coming to assess your granny's needs. Check whether everything here is suitable.
Well, I'm sure that's no big deal. It's totally routine.
I mean, it's just an informal chat, Tom. Very relaxed, no big thing. We've been preparing for 2 weeks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this, I'm afraid to say, is not uncharacteristic of the sort of thing I get when I ring my parents. I think some people call home for a cosy reminder of their idyllic childhood. I do it for a reminder of what I've escaped. I live in London, but my parents live 160 miles away, in Sheffield, South Yorkshire. There's a lot of differences between London and Sheffield. Take our attitude to visitors. In London, if someone knocks on our door, we treat them with complete hostility. That's if we even answer it. Whereas in Sheffield, the arrival of a stranger is seen not as a potential danger, but a wonderful opportunity for a chat. My dad once spent an hour and a half on our doorstep talking to a bloke he'd never met before about the pros and cons of metal versus plastic guttering. And he'd only knocked to tell us he'd run over our cat. But this was clearly a more serious visit. My mum and dad are the registered caregivers for my 91-year-old granny, Mabel Bradley. She lived with my mum and dad in a converted basement. Every so often the council come round to check she's got enough grab rails and shower seats and to assess the quality of the care she's receiving from my mum and dad. The last assessment rated the care as smothering. This year they're aiming for attentive to the point of unhelpfulness.
Honestly, Tom, I don't know why they're sticking their nose in where it's not wanted. I've swept all floors for obstacles, tidied away everything that could possibly be a hazard, and listen, if anyone from Sheffield City Council gets in touch with you, we've always had a bath mat. You know what I'm saying, Tom? Toe the company line.
All sounds very thorough.
All medicines have been put on a high shelf. Anything sharper than a toothbrush has been safely locked in an utterly secure knife drawer.
Very sensible, Dad.
Just wish I could remember where I put the key. Your mother's been chopping cloves of garlic with a debit card. It's like watching a drug addict competing on MasterChef.
Are you sure you're not worrying too much about this?
Tom, if we get this wrong, they might say she's better off in a home. Imagine her, surrounded by strangers and unfamiliar things. No one to sit with her of an evening and offer his opinions on guttering, which is a thornier subject than you might think. A lot of people swear by UPVC, but before one rushes into the arms of polymers, it's worth considering...
Dad, not the time or the place.
Tom, if you will bring these subjects up, you've got to expect me to speak my mind. What are you up to anyway?
Not much. Just a normal Sunday. I think I might move the living room around a bit. Possibly reposition a shelving unit.
Really? What it is to be young and have the world at your feet. Big decision that, Tom.
Well, you know that L-shaped shelving unit I've got in the corner of the room?
Oh, you mean the Borgomi? They're excellent shelves, those are. A design classic. We've got 2 sets now. Makes me regret all the negative things I've said in the past. You know, about the Swedish and their habits.
It's very big of you, Dad. Anyway, I'm thinking of shifting them from one end of the window to the other.
You mean from the northeastern corner of the living room to the northwest?
I guess.
Let me visualise it.
I don't...
Hold on. I'm going to my mind palace. Now, will you be moving it as is, or taking this opportunity to disconnect the shorter ancillary section and reconnect it on the west side of the main unit?
The second one? Looks pretty straightforward, though. Just got to undo some bolts.
Have you got the instructions?
No, but it's self-explanatory. They're just bolts, Dad.
I've got a copy somewhere. Hang on the line. Catherine, can you hold the phone for me? I've got to find some instructions for Tom. He's considering unscrewing a bolt.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, what happened here was my dad saw my L-shaped Burgomi shelving unit, loved it, and went and got the same one. Then, two of my brothers saw his and bought their own, and at some point my uncle got wind and joined the L-shaped party. As a family, we now have more furniture in common than we do opinions. That's the power of modern flat-pack furniture. We sometimes slag off the shops that make it, but we are actually the salesmen. We show off our new furniture to our nearest and dearest. Before you know it, they've nipped down to the retail park and come back with 6 copies of the same thing. I suspect people are having extensions built just to house their Billy bookcases.
Tom, what's going on? What have you said to your father? He's rummaging through his desk drawers like a pervert through a laundry basket.
I didn't ask him to do anything.
It'll be here somewhere. I file all instructions by financial quarter of purchase.
Richard, you're piling stuff on the floor. Tom, why did you set him off at a time like this?
I didn't.
You know we've got the needs assessment officer coming round. Now there's Corgi gas certificates all over the floor. For crying out loud, we might as well have put down marbles.
Just got to go down a few more layers.
Oh, I don't need all this today, Tom. Not when I've got people coming round to abduct my mother.
What do you mean, abduct your mother?
Well, that's what they're going to do, Tom. One word out of place and they'll be carting her off to a residential home. The whole thing's a test. So I've been coaching her. Every time they ask her a question, she has to say that we take her out for regular walks and she's having a lovely time.
Sounds more like a hostage situation. Are you making her do videos in front of a flag? I think you can just answer any questions truthfully.
Don't talk nonsense, Tom. Now, has your dad briefed you on the bath mat?
Yes, I'm up to speed. But all this is about is making sure Granny has everything that she needs.
They say that, Tom. But what they're really doing is deciding whether or not we're fit to look after her. They'll be poking about all over the place, deciding whether or not we're up to snuff. It's all questionnaires and tick boxes and scales of 1 to 5. They don't take into account the fact that we are a strong, supportive, calm and collected family.
Allen keys!
What?
What are you talking about, Richard?
He'll be needing his Allen keys. I haven't located the instructions yet, but if memory serves, it's a 6mm job. He might get away with a 1/4 inch.
Well, I reckon I've got something like that. Somewhere.
You should always know where your Allen keys are, Tom. Your dad has his on his persons at all times. You can hear him coming. He's like a cat with a bell on. To be honest, Tom, since he retired and had to give the office keys back, I think he just uses the Allens to bulk out the fob. You should have checked you had the key to the knife drawer.
It'll turn up.
3 days I've been buttering me toast with a wooden spoon. I feel like I'm on a psychiatric ward. Yesterday I had to stone an apricot with toenail clippers.
Oh dear.
Richard, will you stop that?
I'm looking for the Borgomi instructions.
I'm not going to relax until this whole thing is over, Tom.
Mum, the worst thing that could happen, the very worst thing, is that they'll say Granny might be better off in a care home.
That's not the worst thing that could happen, Tom. The worst thing that could happen is me and your dad are made to feel inadequate by someone in authority, especially when we're actually extremely sensible and competent.
Do ESO still accept tiger tokens? Honey, I've got a few hundred here. I think we've got enough for a set of highball glasses.
Well, I'd better go. You've clearly got a lot on your plate.
All right, love. I'll let you know how it goes. You take care.
Wait a minute. Tom, stay on the line. I've been right through the writing desk, and it's shown up negative. I think we can rule out the Borgomi instructions being there. But don't worry, there are only 7 other places they could be.
Dad, even if I needed the instructions, which I don't, I could just look them up online.
Oh, I don't think you need to go to all that trouble, Tom. Why would you want to go wasting your time on the internet when I've got a perfectly good set of instructions I can lay my hands on in minutes? Right, to the kitchen drawer.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might find it strange that my dad chose to spend the last half hour before an important visit knee-deep and rising in the accumulated detritus of, let's be frank, a wasted life. But I could tell that there was more going on under the surface. My dad was only too happy to lose himself in the paperwork because it meant he didn't have to think about something uncomfortable, which is that the whole point of the needs assessment was to see just how old Granny now is. And no one wants to think about that because it reminds them in turn of how old they are. And that we're all constantly getting older and older, losing what we had and gaining what we don't want. All part of our inevitable, irreversible and unstoppable progress to the grave. I like to chuck in these light-hearted thoughts from time to time. Britain needs a bit of cheering up now and again, doesn't it?
Stay where you are, Tom. I'm moving into the kitchen. I'm sure those instructions are in the drawer.
Not the locked knife drawer.
No, Tom, the other drawer. I call it my man drawer.
Oh, right. Like Michael McIntyre.
That's right. He's ever so good, Michael McIntyre. You could learn a lot from him. Right. Instructions.
Are they there yet?
No, Mabel. It's Tom on the phone. I'm looking for some instructions for him.
Is that Granny? Can I have a word?
Oh, yes. Good idea, Tom. I'll need both hands for this.
Thomas, what are you up to, love?
Well, I was thinking about moving some shelves, but I'm starting to regret that now.
Oh, feng shui, is it? Margaret from Lunch Club swears by feng shui. She separated her wooden spoons from her metal utensils and it cleared her arthritis right up. That and the new drugs.
Granny, are you okay with this needs assessment?
I'm just going to pop into the hallway, Thomas. I can't hear anything with your dad rummaging through that drawer. That's better. Yes, I'm quite looking forward to it. When you get to 91, it's a novelty to have anyone interested in your body.
So you're ready for all the questions then?
They take me out for regular walks and I'm having a lovely time. What am I, an old lady or a Jack Russell?
What about the bath mat?
Non-slip and in situ since the late 80s.
I've got no worries at all. You'll be fine.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? I suppose they could put me in a care home.
I suppose so.
I mean, that would be awful. Awful. Why would I want to get put into one of those places surrounded by people my own age, eating food prepared by people with access to knives, and never hearing a peep out of anyone about guttering? Oh, I'd hate it, Thomas. It sounds like hell on earth.
Yeah, I guess so. How did they get in touch? Mum says it came completely out of the blue.
Oh, yes. Completely out of the blue. Within hours of me ringing up and referring myself.
Did you?
Well, it's always worth seeing what's on offer. I mean, these grab rails are very last year.
Granny, Mum and Dad are going out of their minds.
Oh, Thomas, you know your mum and dad like nothing more than something to worry about and something to complain about. They can only fully relax when they're at their most anxious.
Yeah, there's something in that.
I'm going to check how your dad's getting on. Richard, have you found those instructions?
No, but I have found a smoking gun.
You probably should have locked that in the knife drawer as well.
Give me that phone. Well, Tom, this is a turn up for the books. I found the family birth certificates.
Oh, God.
Or should I say I found most of the family birth certificates. John, David, Michael, Amy, All present and correct. There is one certificate conspicuous by its absence. Almost as if someone's trying to hide something.
Dad, what are you saying?
I knew I should never have gone for celebratory cigars with Barry. I should have been in that hospital down the foot end checking to see what came out.
Dad!
Let's not use that word with any certainty.
Are you seriously saying that you think I might not be your son? I mean, that is... Well, potentially, that is a relief to both of us.
Richard, what are you doing? What have you done to the kitchen work surface? There's light bulbs and batteries everywhere.
I expect this will come as no surprise to you, Catherine, but I have reason to believe Tom is illegitimate.
Oh, that's strange. Hold on, let me cast my mind back. No, he was definitely born. I distinctly remember that.
I wouldn't have thrown something like that away. There's more to this than meets the eye. I always suspected I had a cuckoo in the nest. I mean, all the other children look vaguely normal. Well, you've finished pulling the wool over my eyes. I have no hesitation in saying that I no longer regard you as a son of mine, unless we find this so-called birth certificate. Oh, there it is. Yes, seems to be in order. As you were, everyone. Now, where are these instructions?
Hey, where was my birth certificate?
Folded up and acting as a bookmark in a guide to the Dordogne.
Oh, that was a lovely holiday.
Talk to your mother, Tom. Mabel, can you help me go through some of the storage boxes?
Dad, I don't need the instructions. Anyway, why were you using my birth certificate as a bookmark?
Oh, you know how it is once you've had a few kids, Tom. You get a bit more laissez-faire about the documentation. You're lucky I haven't put it out with the recycling.
Oh, thank you very much. What if someone gets hold of it? I'm wide open to identity theft.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Tom. Who'd want to be you? Now, if it was Michael McIntyre's birth certificate, that'd be altogether different.
All I'm asking is that you don't recycle any more of my vital personal documents.
Well, it's not that easy, Tom. The domestic recycling operation isn't the well-oiled machine it once was.
Say it isn't so.
I used to have it down to a fine art, Tom. This family would take 2 weeks to get through a 750-gram box of cornflakes. And that empty box would give just enough space to fit in 2 weeks' worth of the Sheffield Star plus 2 Sunday Observers.
I feel like I'm doing GCSE maths.
But the system worked. Now you've all moved out, it takes a month to get through the cornflakes, and I'll never fit that amount of Sheffield Stars into the box, even taking into account the switch from broadsheet to tabloid.
Mum, this is all fascinating.
The point is, Tom, my recycling is all completely out of whack. I'm constantly chasing my own tail. I only hope the council don't look in the larder. There's nothing but stacks of local papers and half-eaten cereal packets.
I'd clearly better let you get on with this.
All right, love. Well, it was ever so nice of you to ring.
Don't let him get off that phone.
Oh, you'd better hang on, love.
Oh, God.
Tom, I've been rooting through the puff and I've made a major discovery. Now, think about this, Tom. It's of critical importance. Can you remember what year we bought the washing machine?
Oh, that's an easy question to answer. No.
You must remember, Tom. We spent 3 months umming and ahhing about the efficiency of a 30-degree wash using non-biological powder. Well, as I say, I was going through the puff and I found a 5-year extended warranty for the washing machine, but the blasted date has faded away.
Oh, right.
I don't want to alarm you, Tom, but there's a very real possibility that we are without washing machine cover.
And when is the needs assessor coming round?
We're at T-minus 10 minutes, Tom, but let's not get distracted. Now, when did we get that washing machine? I know we had it in 2013 because I remember spitting my tea down my shirt when I heard about the death of Thatcher, and I was surprised it came out at 30 degrees.
Dan, I really think you should focus.
I'm completely focused, Tom. I think I need to contact Zanussi. Hold on, you talk to your granny.
Dad!
Thomas? Oh, you have caused a fuss.
All I said was I was thinking about moving some shelves?
You should know better than to say something so provocative to your father. I don't know, Thomas. Documents all over the floor, an upturned poof just where I can trip over it. What's the needs assessor going to make of all this?
Well, I shudder to think, Granny.
I suspect they'll cart me straight off to the old people's home. Oh, how miserable. I will miss all this so much.
Do you really want to go, Granny?
I've just been looking through this box of old photographs. So many memories. There's a lovely one of your dad here on a family holiday. He's remonstrating with a gift shop owner. I remember him shouting, if they're that easily broken, you should warn people not to pick them up.
Lovely.
Oh, here's one of your mum. Oh, she was a smashing looking girl when she was younger, Thomas. She could have had a pick of the men. Funny how life turns out, isn't it?
I guess so.
Oh, and look at this. This is you, Thomas. You can't be more than 8 years old. Your dad's showing you how to make one of them Airfix planes.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yes. He loved teaching you stuff like that. And you loved doing it with him. Of course, he was always your hero.
Wow. That's so weird. I didn't know that. I suppose I just got used to thinking we never got on. I suppose you get used to what's going on now and forget all the sorts of wonderful things that happened in the past. That's so lovely, Granny.
Actually, ignore me. It's your brother, Michael. Your dad was always his hero. Now I think about it, you trod on that plane.
Right. Bloody hell, Granny. What's that?
I don't know, love.
Richard, what are you doing?
It's coming from the kitchen.
Everyone remain calm.
What's going on?
Why have you dragged the washing machine out from under the counter?
I've isolated it from the mains until the warranty situation's resolved. I'm declaring the Wrigglesworth household hand wash only.
Looks like I'll be in that home by tea time.
Is that Tom still on the phone? Pass it here. Listen, I've not forgotten about you, son. Now I've resolved the immediate crisis with the washing machine. I'm sure you understand it was an accident waiting to happen. But I'm back on the search for the Borgomi instructions.
That really isn't necessary.
It's no use, Tom. He's off, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. I don't know why you're so desperate for these instructions at a time like this. It strikes me as selfish.
I don't want them. I never asked for them.
He's pulled out my washing machine, you know. It's dripping all over the floor. What am I going to tell the needs assessor?
Tell them that you're taking Dad out for regular walks and he's having a lovely time.
They're minutes away, Tom. I worked so hard getting this house spick and span, and now it looks like a cross between a crime scene and a water feature. No needs assessor is going to let a 91-year-old woman live in a house carpeted with soggy bank statements and SO Tiger tokens. I can't believe you're being so irresponsible.
All I said was that I might move my L-shaped shelving unit.
The L-shaped shelving unit, is it? Yes, I've seen those instructions. Would it have been helpful if I'd mentioned it earlier?
I think it might have been. Where are they?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a pretty solid chance I've put them in the recycling.
You what?
Well, I had to fill up the cornflake box somehow. Nature abhors a vacuum. Whatever you do, Tom, don't tell him.
We've got to tell him.
Your father reacts very badly to disappointing news. He's only just got over the collapse of Lon Polly. Hold on, he's coming back.
Give me that phone. Tom, I've got some bad news. And I'm going to try and manage your disappointment.
You really don't have to.
I don't think I'm going to find these instructions.
Well, never mind.
But hang on.
Oh, God.
I've got a much better plan. A way to make the whole thing more straightforward. I'm going to disassemble my own shelves. And you can follow me step by step.
What? Dad, no.
Hold the phone, Mabel. Can you hear me, Tom? I'm taking the 6mm Allen key off my keyring and I'm inserting it into the lower left-facing bolt, hereafter referred to as bolt A. Are you copying my movements?
Thomas, your dad says, are you copying his movements?
No, I'm eating some crisps. Sounds great, though.
Bolt A is now slacked by anyone's standards. So, let's turn our attention to bolt B. Now, you just want to loosen this. Don't go too far, or you'll have the whole weight of the unit on the bottom shelf, and it will not take it. Oh. Like so. Oh, hell. Oh.
Shouldn't you have cleared the ornaments off first, Richard?
It's all right. The impacts are being cushioned by the piles of bank statements. Let me just try to remove this bottom shelf. Oh, bugger. Oh, well, that's a fault of shoddy design. I knew these shelves were a bad investment, Tom. You should never have inspired me to buy them.
Oh, yeah, this is totally my fault.
Richard, what are you doing? There's chipboard and Toby jugs all over the floor.
Calm down, Catherine. Huh. Well, look what I found. The instructions. Must have been on top of the shelving unit all along. I knew I'd put them somewhere sensible.
Richard, the needs assessor's here.
Do you know what, Thomas? I'd better stay. They clearly can't manage without me.
I think you're right, Granny.
Richard, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Stall them, Catherine. Just stall them. And remember, we have and always have had a bath mat.
Tom Wrigglesworth's Hang-Up starred Tom Wrigglesworth, Paul Copley, Kate Anthony and Elizabeth Bennett. It was written by Tom Wrigglesworth and James Kettle with additional material by Miles Jupp. The producer was Richard Morris and it was a BBC Studios production.
Tom Wrigglesworth's Hang-Ups by Tom Wrigglesworth and James Kettle. A dance to the music of Tom.
Hello, Sheffield 61977. If you're calling to report an incident to the Neighbourhood Watch, please remember it only applies to numbers 1, 2, 5 to 6 and 8 to 15 inclusive. As far as we're concerned, numbers 3 and 7 can fend for themselves.
Hello, Mum. It's Tom.
Hello, love. You all right? You sound a bit down in the dumps.
Actually, Mum, that's why I rang. I'm a bit worried.
Of course you are, Tom. And I know exactly why.
Do you?
Tom, I'm your mum. I always know what's troubling you. I can feel it in me waters. It's about the Germans, isn't it?
What?
You're worrying about the trade implications of Britain leaving the EU. And if it means the Germans will stop sending us Muller fruit corners.
No, that is not worrying me. The thing that's worrying me, Mum, is...
I'm stockpiling as many fruit corners as I can. The fridge is absolutely crammed full. We're having to eat all our meat out of tins.
Well, anyway, my problem...
I appreciate you ringing to discuss all these things with me, Tom. I've got no one to talk to these days, except your dad. And you can't discuss your worries with him. I said I was a bit tired earlier, and he launched into a monologue about Gordon Brown and gold reserves that lasted all the way around Wilkinson's.
How is Dad, anyway?
He stormed off to Sainsbury's. One of the handles snapped on his bag for life, so he's taking it back. Says it's the clearest breach of the Trades Description Act he's ever seen.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a textbook example of what I get when I ring home to speak to my mum and dad. A weekly ritual that I'd like to compare to root canal surgery. Except with root canal surgery, you generally feel better at the end of it. My parents and I live quite far apart, geographically, and further still, emotionally. I left home, like Dick Whittington, to go to London and seek my fortune. As you can see, pursuit's still ongoing. Whereas my parents still live, as they have all their lives, in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, rarely venturing outside of the city boundaries, presumably on the basis that what they don't know can't hurt them. And on that basis, there's a lot that can't hurt them. My mum and dad now share the house with my 91-year-old granny, Mabel Bradley. She's not as mobile as she used to be, so when they told her she was moving in, she wasn't able to run away. One of the things that annoys me about my parents, and it's a long list, easily enough for another series, is that although it seems to be a requirement for me to ring them once a week with my news, they always, very carefully and politely, ignore every single thing I say. Even when I tell my mum there's something important I have to discuss with her. I get a response like...
Do you know, Tom, if someone had told me 60 years ago just how much fun there is in collecting buttons, I'd never have believed them.
Oh, God.
There's just so much diversity out there, Tom. If I told you how many different types of buttons there are, you'd be... well...
Underwhelmed?
2-hole, 4-hole, shank, half-bowl cover, flat... Honestly, the world's your oyster. I don't know why people mess around with zips. Every time I see one, I think it's an opportunity missed.
Listen, Mum, there's something very important I wanted to tell you. I'm a little bit worried about my health. I was in the shower yesterday and I found, I don't know, something. I mean, it might be nothing at all, but there's a possibility that it's something serious. What the hell is that?
That's my button box. I popped down to the landing to get it. Hear how many there are in there now. How many do you think there are? Go on, have a guess.
Mum?
76. Were you saying anything, love?
What I was saying...
Oh, you know we've got some new neighbours moved in next door.
No. What happened to Susan and Tim?
Oh, they had to downsize. Mind, this is only what I've heard. We haven't been on speaking terms since the week they moved in.
Yeah. Why was that?
We made a bad first impression. It was all your father's fault. They caught him drinking their milk.
What?
He reckons he was coming home on a baking hot day. His throat parched and his eyes blinded by the sun, and pulled a gold top from the wrong crate.
Blimey.
It's impossible to make friends round here. Your father always manages to find some way to foul things up. It's like your granddad always used to say to me, Catherine, you've married the sort of man who can't walk 6 paces without getting his foot stuck in a bucket.
Charming. Look, Mum, I really need to talk to
Oh,
you.
your granny's here. I'll put her on. Mum, it's Tom.
Hello? You'll have to excuse me being a bit pumped up. I'm halfway through a Game of Thrones.
Wow. I didn't know you were into that stuff.
Oh, yes. All those bloody battles, all of those poor people struggling to survive. It's just like Sheffield was when I was a girl.
Right. Yeah.
Is everything all right, Thomas? You don't sound yourself, love.
Oh, it's probably nothing. I don't want to worry you.
Nothing phases me, Thomas. Hey, you'll never guess what I heard at lunch club.
JFK's alive. 9/11 was an inside job.
No. There's going to be a charity whist drive.
Amazing.
Also, a sex offender's moved into the area.
Right. Yeah. Hold. What?
I've always wanted to try whist.
No, great. What about the sex offender?
Oh, yes. A flasher, apparently. Gordon told us. It's important people are informed.
Crikey.
Listen, Thomas, I know you don't want to worry an old lady, but if there's something on your mind, you can tell me.
All right, Granny. Well, I'm not sure how to tell you this. It's a bit embarrassing, really, but it's to do with my private parts.
Goodness, Thomas! What with this and the flasher, it's one private part after another today. What about them?
Well, I've found a lump.
Oh.
I'm a bit scared, to tell you the truth. I booked an appointment at the doctor's, but they can't see me for a week.
A week? Oh, that's no good at all. When you get to my age, Thomas, you make sure you've always got enough doctor's appointments block booked in advance. In the unlikely event that I arrive and there's nothing wrong with me, they're always happy to hunt around until they turn up something new. I know just who you need to talk to at a time like this, and as luck would have it, he has just walked through the door.
Oh, no.
Richard, it's Tom on the phone. No, don't go out again. Speak to him.
Tom, for once in your life, you have called at an opportune moment. I've just achieved a sensational triumph over this cruel, cruel planet we are forced to call home.
Tell him about your private parts.
What's she on about?
It's nothing, Dad, honestly.
She just stood here in the kitchen yelling about private parts. Mind, they say lots of them go foul-mouthed before the end. Now, I was going to tell you about my great victory. It all started this morning when I entered the precincts of J. Sainsbury Limited on Archer Road, henceforth to be known as the defendant.
Oh, God.
If you're going to call something a bag for life, it shouldn't conk out after a mere 6 months of strenuous daily usage.
Oh, you're quite right, Dad.
That's what I told him at Sainsbury's. I began with the cashier, but the whole thing quickly escalated to acting deputy manager level.
Dad, this is all very
I'd
interesting.
brought along the bag for life, henceforth to be known as Exhibit A. I'd got my whole opening statement planned out. I was going to kick off with a brief history of English tort law, followed by a more detailed look at statutory rights.
Your plan being to bore them into submission.
Didn't get quite that far, Tom. I showed the acting deputy manager my bag for life and he offered me a new one on the spot. You could see I was not a man to be trifled with. To be honest, I'm glad it didn't take any longer. I've got quite a full day. Neighbourhood watch business and so forth.
Oh, you're not still doing that. I've told you before. Sheffield needs jobs and investment, not a geriatric Batman.
I'm performing a vital service, Tom. I interrupted a potential bike theft yesterday.
How come it was only a potential bike theft?
Turned out to be his bike. He was only struggling with the lock because he was stiff. So, after a brief chat about the pros and cons of aerosol-propelled silicone lubricants, I was happy to loosen my grip on his neck.
It sounds like you're very much on top of things. And I assume you're keeping a close eye on this sex offender.
Sex offender? What do you mean, sex offender?
There's a flasher moved into the area. Granny got word of it at lunch club.
Honestly, Tom, those old people have got sex on the brain. Last time I went down to that lunch club, they spent the whole time gossiping about Poldark. I could barely hear myself delivering my own lecture on disabled access to Sheffield's public spaces.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I might have expected, phoning home to discuss my worries brought me no relief at all. I wasn't even going to bother bringing up the subject with my dad. Such is his generally optimistic and upbeat attitude to life, he'd probably have reacted by bringing up wills, probate and coffin measurements. But I couldn't just sit tight and wait for the doctor's appointment. I tried to put my mind at rest by going online, doing a bit of self-diagnosis. The trouble with that is that it always leads me down the path of the worst-case scenario. I did one once where I had a pain in my chest and the questions only made things worse. Do you have a history of heart attacks? Are you experiencing a crushing or stabbing pain in your chest? I don't know. I've never had my chest crushed or stabbed, so I don't really know what it feels like. Is the pain spreading to your arm and jaw? Well, it wasn't, but now you've brought it up. It was even worse with this latest online questionnaire. I filled in all the answers, and it told me that not only should I take myself to the hospital immediately, but that I had in fact been clinically dead for quite some considerable time.
Sheffield 61977.
All right, Mum, it's me.
Tom, you still down in the dumps? You need to be a bit more chipper. You've only got one life, Tom. You've got to make the most of it.
Don't I know it, Mum? Listen.
This has turned out to be the most wonderful week for me. I was out in the back garden and I got into conversation with Patrick and Sheila, the new neighbours. They noticed me peering over the fence. Now, I don't know what Patrick does. I think he's retired. He doesn't seem to have a job. But Sheila... Oh, Tom, you'll never guess.
She collects buttons?
She collects... Oh, yeah. You did guess. I mean, what's the chances of that happening? She's even more of an enthusiast than I am. We're going to go through our respective boxes together and see if we've got any swaps.
Oh, I can see the winter months are going to fly by.
Trouble is, they've invited us both over for tea.
Oh.
I shouldn't get my hopes up for a friendship. Once they've spent any time with your dad, it'll be like everyone else on the street. They'll just walk past us with their eyes averted. Honestly, if it wasn't for your dad's crime-fighting commitments, I don't think any of the neighbours would speak to us at all. And even then, a lot of the people that do speak to us are pleading with him to let go of the necks. Oh, hold on, here he comes. The waterproof caped crusader. I'll put him on.
No, Mum, look, I want to talk to...
Hello, who's this?
It's Tom.
Crikey, what's the matter with you? You sound like a man who's just taken on a full tank of petrol and then driven past somewhere selling it for 1 pence a litre cheaper.
It's just... Look, I really hesitate to take you into my confidence, but I've got a bit of a worry about my health.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Bed sores, is it? You're not the one with problems, Tom. I am. Thanks to these new neighbours. Your mother's moving the relationship on at an alarming pace. We've got to go round there for tea now.
So what's wrong with that?
You may be surprised to hear this, Tom. I know you think of your father as an endlessly adaptable man for all seasons. But I'm not always entirely at my ease in a social situation.
Surprise doesn't even come into it, Dad.
There's a lot riding on this invitation, son. Your mother may have finally found a friend. And I may finally have found someone to fob her inane, button-obsessed chit-chat onto. I just have to make sure I don't foul it up.
Well, try not to overthink it, Dad.
Your mother says it's casual dress, so I've sent my suit to the cleaners.
That's not casual.
I don't know what is casual anymore. When you get to my age, it's brown chinos with a cotton trader's polo shirt, or full suit with a buttonhole flower and nothing in between. Obviously, both are accompanied by a pair of brown brogues. They're non-negotiables.
Who's on the phone?
The family shame.
Oh, hello, Thomas. Put me on. Richard, I saw some youths loitering in the street. Do you want to check it out?
Righto. The watch never sleeps.
Good. That's got rid of him. Now we can talk.
Were there actually youths loitering, Granny?
Well, not exactly loitering. More playing Pokemon Go. But I've been round first thing and bagged the Pikachu. Now, Thomas, I know you're worrying about your health, so I got a book out from the library.
Oh, thanks, Granny.
It's got loads of useful advice. I'm sure it'll put your mind at rest. I'll read out some of what it says. It says you should take each day at a time.
Right.
Don't be afraid to have a good cry.
Reassuring.
Remember that although your spouse or partner may have passed on from this world, they are still alive in your memories.
Granny, what book is this exactly?
It's called First Steps Alone, Coping with Bereavement.
I'm not sure it's entirely appropriate to the situation. I mean, it's not making me feel any better.
Well, it's making me feel better. Your granddad does still live in my thoughts. He'd know what to do with this flasher. Something involving the thick end of his walking stick.
Are you still sure there's a flasher?
Gordon swears it's true, and Gordon's usually right. He was right about Mrs Wilberforce being dead. And they still left her in a chair all the way through bingo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my granny's advice about bereavement may have been a bit premature, but it did give me something to think about. Take each day at a time. It's not a bad shout. If things are as bad as they appear to be, I might as well make the most of it. If last orders has been called at the bar of my life, I might as well try and cram some extra pints in before the hooded Grim Reaper comes to collect my glasses and I have to get involved in an argument about how I'm legally entitled to a minimum of 15 minutes drinking up time. But also, it made me think that if my remaining time on Earth is limited, I should probably spend some of it saying all those things to members of my family that I always meant to say, but somehow never got round to. Some of which are positive.
Hello, Sheffield 61977.
Hey, it's Tom. Have you found anything out about this flasher yet?
Tom, in the unlikely event that the flasher exists and wants to make a nuisance of himself in our neighbourhood, the members of the Watch are thoroughly prepared. Barry and I are currently carrying out our nightly patrols armed with a bucket of cold water.
Right. I have to say, Dad, I know I give you loads of stick, but I wanted to say I really admire you for everything you do for the community.
Hang about, where's this going?
Now, I know we often let these things go by without being said, but I just think it's very important to let you know. I love you, Dad.
Tom, it's 10:30 in the morning. How can you have started drinking already?
Well, I'm not. I've not been drinking.
Have you been arrested? If you're calling from a police station, don't think you can sweet-talk me into posting your bail.
Dad, will you listen? I'm trying to be sincere. I'm trying to tell you how much you mean to me and how much you mean emotionally.
Oh, right. Thanks.
Is that all you can say? Thanks.
Well, you have caught me a bit off guard. I'm finding this whole discussion a little weird. I've been trying to practice having normal conversations in advance of going round to the neighbours, but this has taken me right back to square one.
You're practicing having normal conversations?
If you're going to do something so completely outside of your normal skill set, it's best to have a few dry runs.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Dad. I'll test you. We'll have a normal conversation. I'll pretend to be the neighbour.
I can't see that being a very useful exercise. They're hardly likely to come out with the sort of drivel you pass off as repartee.
Come on, let's try it. Hello, Richard. I'm your new neighbour. Come in, make yourself comfortable. Take off your brown brogues. Would you like your own bottle of Gold Top milk?
Watch it.
Come on, Dad, join in the conversation.
All right. Patrick, hello. Good of you to have us round. Looking forward to getting to know you better. Thought we could start with your views on Europe. Where do you stand and how did you vote?
Dad, that is much too heavy. Whatever else the European Union is, it's definitely not an icebreaker. Just relax. Say something harmless about the interior decor. Just try and be nice and friendly.
Okay, here goes. I like what you've done to the conservatory, Patrick.
That's good, Dad. I mean, thank you very much, Richard.
So much more sensible than a patio and more secure.
Oh, yes. Sheila and I like to think so.
The table you've got in here is lovely.
I can see you've got an eye for these things, Richard.
Oh, yes. It's European oak, isn't it? Attractive but pricey. Speaking of which, Europe, where do you stand and how did you vote?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was clear that my dad was overreacting about this visit to the neighbours. He'd jumped straight to the worst case scenario. I mean, it's just tea with the neighbours. It's not like a single conversation is going to destroy any respect Patrick and Sheila might have had for my dad. Unless one of them brings up bags for life, in which case all bets are off. But you can't go through life constantly expecting disaster. Because then, when disaster does strike, you've got nothing left to give. Speaking of which, I had a doctor's appointment to attend. My head was full of my upcoming testicular examination. I really hoped I had a sympathetic doctor. Or at the very least, one with warm hands. I felt like I'd been waiting there for ages. But eventually the buzzer went and there was a voice saying, "Tom Wrigglesworth, room 3. and I was off for my consultation with destiny.
Hello, Sheffield 61977.
Hi, Mum. It's me, Tom.
Hello, love. You sound a bit more cheerful than you have recently.
Thanks. You don't.
It's been a trying week, love. It's not easy having a companion in button collecting so cruelly snatched away. It's like I've suffered a bereavement.
Well, if that's the case, my advice is to try to remember that your spouse or partner is still alive in your memories.
I wish he was only alive in my memories.
Mum, what happened? Hold on, let me guess. Dad's attempt at normal conversation were not a success.
Oh, no, that part of it was fine. Your dad's conversation wasn't the problem at all. It was charming, free-flowing, flirtatious yet unthreatening, witty but never blue. If it wasn't for the evidence of my own eyes, I could well believe I was having tea with Sir Roger Moore.
Steady on, Mum.
We came very close to a flashpoint when Sheila brought out her button collection. She keeps it in a Sainsbury's bag for life.
Oh, dear.
Catherine, who's on the phone? Is it them from next door?
Fat chance, Mum. It's Tom.
Oh, let me speak to him. Thomas, tell me, what's the news?
Which news?
About your doctor's appointment. I've been worrying about your bits all week.
What doctor's appointment?
Well, Thomas, what happened?
Why does nobody ever tell me anything?
They gave me the all clear, Granny. Just an epididymal cyst. Absolutely nothing to worry about.
Oh, I am glad. I'll tell everyone at lunch club. Your testicles have been quite the hot topic. Between that and the flasher, Janet's osteoporosis has barely had a conversational look-in.
Oh, yeah, the flasher. I'd forgotten all about that.
We discovered the truth. There is now a flasher in the neighbourhood. It's Gordon.
Yeah? I thought he was the one who told you about the flasher in the first place.
Yes. It turns out that what we thought was a helpful warning was actually just boasting.
So how did you find out that Gordon was the flasher?
How do you think, love?
Oh, God.
I don't think I've ever felt less grateful for these very vocals. That'll be the Colonel come to pick me up. He's had a sidecar fitted to his mobility scooter. What a rush!
Tom, it's your mum again. Now, what on earth has been going on?
That's what I was going to ask you, Mum. If there wasn't a problem with Dad's conversation, what went so wrong with Patrick and Sheila?
Oh, Tom, I don't even want to think about it.
Who's that on the phone?
It's Tom.
Give it to you. Tom, whatever your mother's been telling you, it was a mistake anyone could have made.
What happened?
To be honest, it was all their fault for making me take my shoes off.
Oh, Dad, please tell me you've been wearing your odour eaters.
It was nothing like that, Tom. The tea went very well. Patrick and Sheila were very nice people.
So what went wrong?
We bade them farewell and came home with hope in our hearts. I began to fantasise about recruiting Patrick to the neighbourhood watch. Your mother had dreams of a button-collecting cooperative. Then all of a sudden, bang, 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 Patrick was knocking on the door. Turned out that in all the inevitable confusion of saying goodbye and leaving their house, I'd gone off wearing his shoes.
You were wearing his shoes?
We're both middle-aged men, Tom. One brown brogue is much the same as another.
Well, presumably you and Patrick were able to laugh about it.
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly?
He was laughing. I just went red, grabbed my shoes and slammed the door in his face.
Well, let's try not to overreact.
We're going to have to move. There's no way I'll be able to live this down. Barry's already been on the phone. Says I should probably reconsider my chairmanship of the neighbourhood watch scheme. Says I'm hardly likely to spot criminals if I can't recognise what's on the end of my own feed.
Well, perhaps he's right, Dad.
Listen, Tom, I've been thinking a lot about the things you said to me the other day.
What things?
You know, about how you love and respect me.
Oh, don't worry about that, Dad. Normal service has very much been resumed.
Tom Wrigglesworth's Hang-Ups starred Tom Wrigglesworth, Paul Copley, Kate Anthony and Elizabeth Bennett. It was written by Tom Wrigglesworth and James Kettle with additional material by Miles Jupp. The producer was Richard Morris and it was a BBC Studios production.